out.
All right, looks like we are in
Here we
game.
go.
Teams heading out onto the rift.
Standard breakout, folks. Jungler down mid, and you got mid and top guarding the top side 2 entrances, support and ADC guarding the bottom side. I enjoy if you see the breakout here, the jungler goes mid so that they don't know where the jungler starts. You can infer, you can assume, but it's just the safest way to do it. If by chance you're the support ADC and you see someone barreling someone or some 5 barreling into your jungle, I'm a big fan of placing a ward where you were standing and then running away as fast as you can. Warding by your buff or whatever else, but you'll see this a lot if you tune into these streams. It's just a standard breakout here.
Yeah, it's definitely the conservative play, but there's nothing wrong with that because particularly at the higher levels of these games, teams know how to capitalize on your mistakes, and that
Yep.
giving up first blood can make a huge difference in lane.
At the very least, for the next 7 minutes, you're playing on your back foot, which is not where you want to be, especially in. It feels like first blood or first ability blood goes to the Falcons.
First touch.
Yeah, first geometry means
Both junglers are starting with their bot side leash, which definitely gets them out with a little bit more health on their first clear. Butter Freelos, Hecarim moving down to his Krugs while Rek'Sai heads towards her Wolves. Both
with
bot
Scuttler.
lane.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say both bot lanes get there in time for full XP, and right away we're brawling in top lane. Sion says, "No, you do not get to stand near this wave."
Ooh, let's get a little low. Conqueror procs. Oh no, might have to force a flash here. One more auto. Nope. They could have traded flashes there, but that's all right. With Scuttler out of play, Hecarim elects to do a full red side clear. Just the most XP. Bang for his buck, as it were.
Flash out of Nami. Ignite came down from Karma onto her. She did manage to land a bubble. And Slattery got a little bit of trade back, but I think the Squirtle squad wins that trade with Ultimate Ace and Mycroft.
As he gets a scatter. CS differential already making itself a little bit apparent mid. Siggy's getting a shove. Mana is an issue, but 7 CS is nothing to slouch at. 9 CS now. Uh-oh. Tide's turning a little bit top. Rumble getting a good trade. Harpoon to the butt as Sion walks away. Good use of the scrap shield.
Yeah, no, Carroll definitely knows his way around that champion. He's been playing it a long time. Oh, nice Harpoon with the burn, flash and
flash.
first blood, and he waddles away.
That's just a good play.
Yep.
Good play from both sides. And that's what Rumble's good at doing. The flash harpoon is one of the rowdiest simple two-step combos that Rumble has.
A lot of damage coming out from Caitlyn there as she manages to land quite a bit of her combo.
Force flash, but gets it anyways. So in that one, it's better that the Karma saves her flash. You got to know the damages. You're too far up and you're going to die. Take your lumps.
We've got Sion mid lane responding to a jungle gank.
Hello.
Because why not?
Hello. Oop, my roommate just got home. Hello.
Hecarim is found out by... if I can get everybody in chat to type O and / say hi to Idacles' roommate. And
everybody on stream says hello. Everybody on stream says hello.
Top lane seems to have stabilized a little bit. Rek'Sai found Hecarim trying to sneak back in to mid lane. Nothing happened there. Both junglers went back into their respective zones to get some more farm. Carl Franz up a kill and about 13 CS in top lane. And he gets a good-sized wave into tower. Ansem picking up a fair bit of CS, gets the knock up, and is able to trade some damage back.
So good though. We had like.
Meanwhile, Ultimate Ace is out to a 9 CS lead on Caitlyn, which is expected. You expect to leave lane against a competent Caitlyn about 20 CS down. Meanwhile, Ziggy is out to a real fast lead in mid lane, up 18 CS. No back though yet, so Vel'Koz is going to be coming to lane with a little bit more CS as Rek'Sai helps Ziggy get that lane into tower. Denies a cannon wave and some more CS.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back. And we have a little bit of action going on around Dragon Pit. Cyan got some decent damage in onto Carol Franz, hits the minion, and looking at vision, we've got a lot of blue vision. We got blue vision in the pit.
Immediately
And
pop 6 and RR. Goodbye. The Rumble ulti actually getting a few CS for him there on the back end, but
every little bit
it's a
counts.
sad consolation. Ziggy with the Lost Chapter. The CS differential is palpable mid.
Yep.
It
is no joke. And while you were gone, Ziggy and Vepinar managed to push about 2 waves into tower, denying a tank wave and the wave after it from Vel'Koz.
So XP and gold disadvantage. Rek'Sai is making her presence known, but there's pressure in top side. I don't know. I think. Let's look at the gold differential here.
The gold is the same between the two teams because Caitlyn's lead on Karma and the CS lead top is basically balancing out the CS deficit mid.
So where do we see the first fight around Dragon? Do we see jungle invades? Do we see 4-man bot? What do you predict?
It's a Cloud Drake, which is damage on Hecarim. And Squirtle Squad does have vision all around Dragon Pit to try to catch them moving that way. And bot lane has no priority here, so I'm thinking a level 6 Hecarim dive bot lane into Dragon, maybe?
All right, write that down. Rumble roamed a little bit. He didn't quite shove it to tower, but just getting deep vision on the Raptors. As a top laner, it's good to disappear, just add a little bit of pressure on the map. This classic split float flank. Get a little bit of extra deep vision.
And, okay, so we got a gank mid onto Syndra. It's not the most enthusiastic gank I've ever seen.
Can we get a call out for the Twitch link? I actually have a non-EAL member who wants to watch our stream.
It is casual EAL.
There you go. Type that out real quick. Twitch.tv.
All right, Rek'Sai tries to sneak in via Tribrush, is spotted out by the pink ward there, and she heads up to pick up the Scuttler as our top laners continue their sparring.
On both sides, you'll notice that gold's a little bit. Pressure mounting top or bot. Excuse me. I'll stop talking. Okay, she swims away. 2-2 at 10 minutes. It's not that less fighting happens, but people position a little bit more respectfully. We had a little bit of a mishap top with the immediate ult from the Scion, and so it kind of got the jump on him there. It was a good play. Hecarim, speaking of good plays, decides not to. Better to not dive a tank.
Well, and the other side of that is that gives Carol a little bit of time to clean out the wave Wander down, maybe clean up some vision. Uses Scrap Shield to dodge the Q.
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching this Rumble play. You called it, but it's really good so far.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Oh. Scrap Shield into ult. That ult is not doing much damage there.
Disengage. That's the
The
benefit of the Spectre
Spectre's
Scout.
Cowl. Yep.
And Corruption Potion.
So that's going to push Rumble out of lane. Rumble does not have TP, so it's going to take him a little bit of time to get back to lane.
That's okay.
We junglers still kind of trying to find some places to sneak in and get involved. Looks like Rek'Sai is taking a look at the Rift Herald.
Yeah,
Hecarim
Rumble off the map. It's a good play just to get a little bit of pressure. Hecarim sniffs it out and forces them off it immediately. Yep. They didn't really want it, just seeing if he could sneak it. Doesn't really have anything to farm. His Krugs are up, or excuse me, I keep saying his. Krugs are up, so should be going that way, but looking for a gank instead. It's okay. Pressure is pressure.
Did you just assume Rek'Sai's gender?
I guess. It's 2019. What? Do Zerxai have affirmative action?
There you go.
Oh. Ducky.
All right, so bot lane pressure is still about what we expect it to be. Karl Franz is picking up some vision in the top side. That seesaws back and forth, still up 12 CS, so fair play to Rumble. He has gotten pushed out, but it has not hurt his ability to do that. We have 4 people on the scuttle trying to gain the advantage around Dragon here.
Okay, so Ziggy went back.
Oh, and that's what gave them the...
They just skipped
So here comes the bot lane gank.
Spell shield.
Oh, she flashes the Hecarim ult. Caitlyn ult comes out, heals, W's, a whole lot of stuff. And Sivir's still pretty low, so they don't have priority there, but Rek'Sai has moved bot side to make sure that Dragon take doesn't go off without a hitch. Spell shield anticipating Caitlyn's Q. Does not come out.
That was well played by the Sivir to spell shield properly, flash what needed to be flashed, completely dodged the Hecarim engage, which is not the easiest thing to do. If she dies there, Dragon is Forsaken.
Well, and that's the play I was looking for, was the gank bot into Dragon, but Sapper Scott couldn't make it happen. Fair play to PBS for... Oh, Hecarim gets caught by a stun and a knockup, and the Cinder ult means that we get to see an exploding horse.
I believe it's a pinata.
Viva la pony.
I'm under the impression Protobelt is a good item on, but I guess he needs to chew through the tank. I guess that makes sense.
Rek'Sai ult in onto...
Chomped. Is it enough? The slow?
It's not.
That's... You hate to see that. Great plays from both sides. Those are the...
Prey Seeker into ultimate from Rek'Sai puts Karl Franz away. Almost gets the return kill with his ult, but the angle was just slightly off, and Rek'Sai's able to get out of the damage path on his way out.
Rek'Sai from 1-0 down a little bit of CS, but is making it count. 2-0-1. Starting to take over this mid game here. I guess it's still technically laning phase. We haven't taken a tower yet, but 14 minutes.
Also, Hecarim has gone with a Cinderhulk build instead of the Warrior build, which I think is what's usually run on him right now.
You can get away with either. They don't really have a tank, so I think that's why he's drifting to be a little bit. Just survive the first round. Warrior helps with the E and then Q buff stack, sure, but the secret is they don't have a tank. Ziggy is really running for his life.
He is. Zixue tried to
perfectly timed Hecarim ult.
with the Caitlyn ult on the back end to seal that out. Hecarim running for his life, and we've got a Scion on the back end trying to clean things
Make
up.
some magic.
Caitlyn's doing some real damage to
Okay, there's the shutdown.
Rek'Sai, and Rumble picks that up on the back end. Nami comes in and eats a bullet to the face.
Spell shield?
Spell
nice.
shield did not come out on time to stop the ult. Rumble ult comes in, and
oh my lord.
So that is a 4 for none. Oh no, 4 for 1 for Squirtle Squad, as they did lose Karma, and that's going to be the mid lane turret.
And it appears that Leandre's was the appropriate call with the triple kill Rumble checking in. Oh, that. You better kite. You better run.
This is thirsty. There's a Rek'Sai. Death timer's not that long this early in the game.
The Wolves MVP.
Yep.
That was well done. Always kite to your friends, folks. And running back in towards the Rek'Sai who's coming over the wall. That was well done. I don't know that she gets out. I don't know that she doesn't, but
I think we just went from 3 kills apiece to 8 kills apiece in under a minute there.
a lot of that's what I was hoping for this game. A little bit of explosive mid-game roaming. Once you get Syndra level 6, she's got Luden, she's got the CS advantage.
Oh, the chase is on. Karma looks to be caught. Rek'Sai has her in her sights. There's the knock-up, and they get the kill over onto their ADC.
That feels a lot like Dragon.
Well, and Paid by Steve was heading there. Like, they had that on a priority, but they're going after towers here, which, honestly, I think is probably the correct call.
Higher priority.
The Vel'Koz, Zixua's Vel'Koz has tons of wave clear. Caitlyn moves over to support her mid laner. Ultimate Ace is...
push Dragon. Force the fight. They still have Nami ult. They still have Syndra ult.
Yeah, but Caitlyn's got an IE Zeal, and that's a lot of pain at 17 minutes.
Yeah, maybe you wait for the Rek'Sai flash then, because Caitlyn has a pretty fair time 50 caliber netting the Rek'Sai tunnel.
And speaking of Rek'Sai got caught at the river entrance between Hecarim and Carl Franz's Rumble, so that's another kill. 6 kills now on Rumble.
That's terrifying.
He's got his pin boots built. He's got Leandre's Torment up. That means he basically gets a magic red buff burn every time he hits somebody. And they move over to pick up the Scuttle, because absolutely nobody wants anything to do. Oh.
Well, I spoke too soon. Ooh! Toro! Dodges the Scion ult. Harpoon to disengage, but they end up just leashing the... Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, he got it. The Rumble secured it with the ulti and the Flame Spitter.
He did. The Flash Flame Spitter picks up Nami.
I think we ban the Rumble next game.
You have to. I mean...
That's taking over these fights.
They managed to kill Hecarim. Rumble's still got a lot of health, but he decides it's time to get out. Vel'Koz picked up the Eye of the Herald, and bot lane turret goes down on the other side of the map.
Holy moly. Flash engage from the Karma bot. Gets pushed back by the Syndra. Immediately popped. Maybe don't flash onto the Fed Syndra. But respect the engage. At the very least, use your Mantra W, try to heal up and fake tank it, but she is doing too much damage for that.
So I think Scion's in a world of hurt here.
Yep. So you got the slow off with the E.
Rek'Sai manages to come over to help out.
That harpoon almost tagged him. I don't think it was enough damage anyway. So. It's okay. Rumble needed it back. You'll see him complete. Yep. So, greedy folks. Please remember, just as important as knowing when to trade, when to roam, what to fight, all the kind of considerations, don't forget to make space to recall. Going back and spending the gold that you so very much earned. 8-3, 8-2 at the time.
So that's the second time we've seen a little bit of greed from Squirtle Squad. Because remember, that was what got Vel'Koz and Karma killed in the jungle trying to track Cinder down earlier. If you got her that low, you've pushed her out of lane. And hey, somebody notices that there is, in fact, a dragon on the map.
I thought we forgot about it.
Yep. Paid by Steve goes over and cleans out the dragon pit so that we get an Ocean Drake next, which is, again, not, the world's, like we said, this is not going to be a siege game, so, we want Mountain and Infernal Drakes, but that's not what we're getting today, so.
Yeah, if anything, get that on spawn. Just get out there, see what's coming next. The gold is a dead heat still.
Right?
We have a high amount of gold on the Rumble. Oh.
Scion trying to collapse or just knock people off of his tower with his ult.
Now, I'm of the opinion the ward's still going to be there. Uh-oh.
So we've got Eye of the Herald, Rift Herald top. And Rumble ult is up. That gets a sizable chunk off of that turret. That is a lot of damage out onto Scion. And he boots the Herald away.
Top. Look at the pressure, folks. Look at all these. Look at the mini-map. Everybody's in the same little spot. Yep. It's about to get rowdy. Silver flash over the wall.
Root comes on to Rek'Sai as she goes under the wall.
Well timed there. The Nami ult misses, but is a good idea. Forces the disengage all the same, even if it hits or doesn't hit. Oh,
flash forward from Caitlyn, picks up Scion, gets the tank off the board. Free red buff. Goes over to Hecarim.
Did not get a tower, but it did end up getting them a kill for a couple cooldowns traded.
And a 600 gold lead.
Correct.
Oh, and there's the tower.
Laser, little old darn slap, and it's gone. What a great scatter. I thought
holy cow.
W.
The Syndra damage onto Vel'Koz there. It did about half of his health.
Second item, Zhonya's, and she's still online. 60 CS up mid.
Some real good movement in that last fight from Caitlyn tracking down the Scion. Did flash forward, so she's going to have to position a little more carefully for the next few minutes. Still has heal available. Lots of summoners blown on the other side. Ziggy has both of his summoners, and he is picking up blue buff.
Both teams can definitely take Baron. We got a couple tanks, a couple healthy people, a lot of DPS. But I feel like there's no Master Yi or Yorick solo capability where it's going to be Baron after. It's going to be after or before a big fight. There's not going to be any kind of sneaky hijinks.
I will point. Paid by Steve needs to start thinking about getting a tower down, though. We've got all outer towers down for Squirtle squad, and Paid by Steve hasn't picked any up yet. I think mid lane could fall soon. We've got 4 people here with the Sivir ult. Yeah.
Rek'Sai engaged with the Nami wave is terrifying.
Rumble ult. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Holy
Where did they go? There was a team here 2 seconds ago.
Oh, no. After a big team fight, I think we'll see the Baron, and that was a huge swing. My.
So, 23 minutes and 30 seconds. Clip that. That's going on the highlight reel.
Wow. Great play. Hecarim Rumble.
Let's see if... see how many kills Barons gets here.
Karma can actually heal off of objectives, so if she gets her ulti up, there's no threat of her dying. She got shields for days.
And they're doing this without Caitlyn. This has taken a minute, but they managed to pick it up. And I think Carol Franz just assured that he will not get Rumble again this split.
Well, that 1 for 1. Check my KDA.
Yep. Wow. That was no joke.
That was fun to watch.
All right, so back to mid lane. Big trap line. Sivir tries to step up to clear a trap.
Interesting tactics.
That's not the best idea right now, I think.
I think it went a lot better in her mind. I think the rumble wasn't there, flame spitting.
We'll throw down some cones and some flashing lights because that one's still under construction.
Okay, there's the revolver. I assume that's going into Proto Belt. Fourth item. Rumble's already 3.5 in at 25 minutes. That's definitely the... Syndra's close, but she still only has 2. Woo!
So they move over to pick up Dragon, which they should be able to do. It looks like Paid by Steve is not going to position to contest this at all.
No, you don't do that.
And now we're going to get 5 people back in lane. You've got
3-man scatter. Slowly chipping. That's good posturing. That's good positioning. Ghost out of the Hecarim, actually, I think. I don't know why he popped.
This is the only time the wave clear isn't quite so devastating, but even with the Baron buff minions, they're still just shredding the waves.
Yeah, they also don't have a safe way to clear the cannon.
That's true. And although that doesn't hurt.
Doesn't feel good, yeah. Oh, there you go. There's a safe way. Syndra just presses W and waddles away.
Here comes another Rumble ult followed by Hecarim. And that
almost sneaks the kill into Ziggy.
That should be an inhibitor turret.
Mm-hmm. They got the Nami. Syndra lived with a sliver. Rek'Sai needs to go heal. Go heal. When the wave isn't at the tower, folks, run back to base, heal up, come back. Even if the tower goes down, it's better that you fight at full health as a team defending the inhibitor than sticking around with 10% health. Tongue-in-cheek, though, they just kind of rotated top.
It looked like for a second they might be trying to set up a pick in the jungle, but just go ahead and get back to the wave while they've still got the Baron buff. Here comes... Oh, she flashes the Scion ult. Scion gets locked down by Karma. Hecarim comes around the backside trying to get onto Sivir. Sivir uses her spell shield, avoids the fear. Or, I'm sorry, avoids the knockback from the E. And both teams say, okay, that's enough of that. We've got gold to spend. We have wounds to lick. Let's meet mid lane and do this again in a minute and 20 seconds.
Baron's just about out. Instead of pressing mid and forcing another fight, they used all their big cooldowns on the engage. They only got 1 kill mid, so they chose to spend the rest of their Baron, get a little bit more free gold, shed that tower, regroup, and position for the next objective.
So one person was wondering, why go for that Drake instead of just getting a tower? Well, the reason you go for that Drake is because you're able to push the wave up, and you've got, a Caitlyn and a Rumble that are just going to burn through that thing. And, they were still able have plenty of time to go pick up some towers. Plus, they wanted to get the Ocean Drake off the board and get something a little bit better. Unfortunately, the dice do not come up in their favor, and we get a second.
Eels.
Second Ocean Drake.
So 1 crit from Caitlyn. Sweet. Syndra's on a flank, question mark. Hecarim's hunting. Syndra wants it.
So this is
looking to make a play.
This is kind of curious. I'm not sure what Squirtle squad's looking for in this jungle here.
They just have pressure. They're looking for a pick. They should have someone. I pinged. You can't see anything. They should have someone bot pushing that tower 4-1 or 1-3-1 depending. I think they definitely work best as a 5. But if you send Rumble bot, his TP is almost up. Push that wave, either flank or TP in.
Well, and I think with this setup, where the board's currently at right now, with your 2 big objectives down, this is really your best time to push bot because you can send all 5 people bot lane and
shed that tower.
Yeah, and if you can get an inhibitor bot across from Baron,
ideal.
That is so hard to deal with.
Yeah. And we've seen the power of them grouping, so don't let me disparage them standing in the same lane as each other. But with bot so far away, there's no pressure on that side of the map. Syndra was looking for a flank, fails the flash. I think she's gonna. Oh,
Hecarim gets
so
through onto the
far.
back line. Rumble comes out. We've got Scion on the back line beating on the ADC, but she's got her support, so that's not going to work out so well for him.
Did you see Hecarim devastating charge the blue ward?
I missed that.
His full speed just slapped the absolute crap out of that blue ward.
Scion eating a lot of bullets there.
ADC
Not overly concerned.
ADC hit the tower. Don't hit the way.
The
Towers,
tower.
boys, you're diving.
Tower. No minions.
Oh,
Backdoor protection comes online.
Oh, man. They're living with slivers. I will say, Syndra and Rek'Sai especially are doing a good job at getting away. Maybe it's the Nami. It's enabling them, but... Scrap shield.
Time
good
to...
trap placement. Syndra almost tags Caitlyn. Rumble has Zonia's, yep.
I think that was the first quasi misplay. I mean, it split the team fight, but I'd like to have seen that Rumble ult in the choke point instead of across the lane there. They're running. Paid by Steve's trying to get back into it, but they settle for getting him out of the jungle.
This is the thing about supers. It's proxying all the waves. So if you look bot lane as far as pressure, there's a huge wave that's going to come screaming at that tower. It'll take it naturally without any kind of assistance. And since that wave is mounting, that gives them pressure on Baron for free.
And they decide to get this dragon off the board.
4.
And the next one up is Elder. So that's 2 ocean, 1 cloud. Not the most exciting game for dragons. Lots of pings coming out. Looks like Squirtle Squad wants to get Vision set up around Baron.
Scion does not have teleport, which means they need to clear that and move.
Yep. All right. Taking a quick look at items. Protobelt is finished on Rumble. Hecarim has Trinity Force, is working on Steric's Gauge.
Blasting one on Rumble, I want to say, turns into Morellonomicon, just for extra penetration damage.
Isn't that Void Staff?
Very well could be. Nami, Rek'Sai, Sivir should, Morello's not lost.
Yeah, the only reason I say Void Staff is because other than Nami, there's not a ton of healing on the side of TBS.
Yeah. And that's do I feel that I need more damage or do I want a slightly larger health bar? No more theory for now. A fight is brewing.
Yep. Big engage from Scion onto Rumble. He pops the Zonia's. Rek'Sai is going to go down. He gets to the back lane, but has no follow-up. Ultimate Ace is just spacing is perfect. Flash is free of Scion. Is not able to kill the Sivir, though.
The positioning on the Nami that fight was really, really great.
She got a lot of healing done.
A couple double bounces.
Oh. Goodbye, Karma. So, fair play to PBS.
Yes, but at the cost of, well, they didn't lose a tower. But they are... Oh, my goodness. That's one of the saddest things, is when your super minions don't do the job that you needed them to do.
Right.
And one of the dangers of taking an early inhibitor, it wasn't truly the earliest of inhibitors, but you're losing out on golden experience because the supers are perma-pushing a lane. And sometimes they get 2 lanes. So
not to mention your enemies get even more gold
cannon
from the
every
supers.
time. Yep.
Yeah.
1.3 cannon every time. It's a dangerous game, and if you don't press the lead, it actually allows the enemy team to catch back up.
Speaking of which, PBS is on to the Baron.
think it's theirs. I don't know why Hecarim is at red buff. Not only should that be Caitlyn's, but they should know that they're on Baron. Maybe they're consenting to concede.
No, this is a misstep. Hecarim doesn't know where they're at.
Yeah.
Karl Franz comes over, throws down the
I
Rumble ult
spy
into
with
the
my
pit.
little eye. Oh,
Hecarim goes in without any help. Rek'Sai comes up. Her GA gets popped. Caitlyn's on the back end trying to get some stuff done. Can't.
Two scattered boys. Man, Rumble does so much
Rumble's,
damage. Rumble does so much damage.
Yes, he does. And he's got Zhonya's available again if he wants to keep going. Yep. Ziggy's super low. He has to go. They managed to knock them off the Baron for the price of half their team.
That goes a lot further south if Rumble doesn't step up there.
No, definitely. Rumble saved the game, but slight lapse in vision from Squirtle Squad. Lifesteal on Caitlyn now with the completed. What is that stupid item? The Mercurial Scimitar. And there's the Void Staff out of Rumble. And I think mostly that's just to true through the Scion in these fights.
Yeah.
Because Scion did pick up the Adaptive Helm.
And that's full build. That's an elixir as well.
Oh, is he running an elixir too?
The Rumble almost had a quad with that. It was like they had less than two of them had less than 100 health.
It's amazing how close the ADCs are. Like 1 CS apart, same amount of kills, almost the same amount of assists. No lifesteal on Sivir yet because she's got Nami just pumping out the heals. But
biggest difference is top to mid, from Ziggy to Kill. And Ziggy has been stunned. I want to see his CC score because his scatter of the weeks have been on point. 2, 3. I haven't seen a 4-man, I don't think, but he's been landing a lot of multi-CC.
A lot of vision here in the pit to get cleared out.
Scion is in a fevered battle with the Scuttle Crab. Hiya! And there it goes. Oh, here we go.
Scion comes in.
Oh, he hit a wall. Maybe he didn't want to do it. Changed his mind. Ziggy fall. That might be Baron. Oh, they're going for Dragon instead. They're already on that side of the map. I believe the response here is if you can't burn down Baron, which you can't, shove mid, kite through the jungle, and then defend Baron.
So it looks like PBS is going to try to trade objectives here, saying we think that Baron is the more valuable objective. All right, here we go.
They're all straight at it. Here comes a Rumble ulti. And this is a full build with Elixir Rumble Ultimate.
They see him coming and they want no part of that.
Yeah. Alright, level advantage. They're the same level. The junglers are the same level.
Scion trying to find a way into the fight. Butterfree leaves the pit, goes out on the Scion, allowing Baron to reset.
Well, and you have Elder Drake. You want to force the fight.
Right.
You want to make sure your wave's pushed, and they should have taken the fight there. They should have just gone in. Syndra wasn't there. It's a 4v5 with Elder Dragon. If you're going to win a fight, that's the one you win.
PBS comes over to check the pit. Finds nobody there. Rumble back to top lane. Scion there to match his push. Everybody resets. Let's see what we've got. We've got, looks like BF sword for Caitlyn. That's probably, what do you think? That's going to go into a GA?
Yes. He's been having some trouble in the front end of fights where get not caught out necessarily, but they've been split by a wall or whatever else. Just frantic disengagements, and QSS isn't proving enough. I want a good, like, a
All right,
decidedly good Vel'Kar's ult.
there's
Oh, here we go.
Nami goes down real early. Hecarim goes all in for Nami and finds himself with 3 members of PBS. While on the back end, Ziggy just did all sorts of damage to the rest of the team. Pops
That's
Zhonya's.
okay.
There's the Rumble. Oh my gosh!
Great ult. Great ult. From both
Mycroft uses the
mid and
spooky
top laner.
ghost.
Sour flash out of Ansem, but that's okay. Vel'Kaz is starting to do some damage beyond the CS differential. We're seeing the orb of... I'll stop talking. This is too much right now. The Oblivion Orb is starting to amplify the damage there.
And we've got Morella Nomicon on Ziggy, so there's some healing mitigation for the side of PBS. And they are on to Baron. Once again, Pink Ward in the back of the pit, denying vision.
Oh no!
But Rek'Sai tries to flash the damage. Pop loses
an auto
GVA. Ziggy doing everything he can to keep Carl Franz off of Caitlyn. Karma coming in, trying to root the Scion. The root comes down. Beautiful Nami bubble.
Toil in trouble with a triple ult. Nami, please. Such good plays.
Tysa putting in work on Nami. This is turning out to be one of the more resilient Barons.
A story of Summoner's Rift from the perspective of the Baron. That's
here.
what I thought.
So the scoreline is currently 26-24 and 1. All right, so forget Baron. We're going back to lane. We'll get some NA RAM going here.
It appears we've reached an impasse where the first misstep is going to be the last.
All right, and PBS says, okay, 1v1, Syndra versus Vel'Kaz at Baron. And they say no.
Yeah, we'll do this the gentleman's way. It's the first scene of the movie Troy.
Hecarim gets caught trying to clear some vision, and that really changes the complexion of the game.
That's the objective.
That's all the engage for Squirtle squad. They peel back to cover up their towers. Of course, there's still a top lane tower standing for Squirtle squad.
I wonder if Hecarim ults out earlier instead of trying to secure a kill that he can't get.
Yeah, I think you've just got to stay alive there, but...
Yeah. After 35 minutes, you need to be on each other's screen. Pretty much always. Maybe if you're Tryndamere.
Rek'Sai just took a ton of damage.
Yeah, that's huge, actually. Rek'Sai's super squish. She only has a Warden's Mail.
And Rumble's doing magic damage. Scion has to ult out through the wave to get out. The Rumble ult picks up Rek'Sai on the back end of the fight.
That's just too much damage. Are we not starting Baron? We got rid of the Scion ult. We know that they're recalling.
Your jungler's
Why are we not
up.
Just doing Baron right now?
Huge Death Iron on the jungle.
Burned it down. Rek'Sai's dead. That was 10 seconds of indecision. You gotta pull the trigger, folks. Stop fighting. Start DPS in the Baron. There we go. Very good.
I think this Baron's finally gonna go. Yeah, well, here comes Ziggy, though.
Oh my gosh.
Ziggy just casually wanders over, tosses a W and a Q into the pit, and says...
I've been harping on it all game. Ziggy's Scatter the Weeks have been the tool by which they're going to win this game. To where that's, at the very least, would stole them Baron. Unreal. Ooh, there's another Scatter. Double stun for free.
And
it allows the Scion to catch him on the back end.
Oh, that Rumble ult's not... Oh, he flashes out. Yeah, stops to auto the Scuttle and almost dies for it.
Spell shield's down. Hecarim needs to run a little bit faster. Red buff slowing him down. Double knock up into the immediate ult from the Vel'Kaz.
Barrier comes out from Vel'Kaz. He gets
Oh,
into the
TB,
back lane onto Ziggy, but not enough damage there. And that's a Scion that you're shooting. That's not going to work.
Oh, wow. The flash save from the Nami again.
And the Zonias from Syndra means that Caitlyn's ult does not come through.
Yeah, Syndra had her own method of outplaying the Caitlyn ultimate, but still, style points on saving your friend. Yep. Level 14, girl, get some experience. You're working too hard.
2 kills to 1 for Paid by Steve. And we're back mid lane again. No,
45-minute game.
Average MMR for this game is, I believe, plat 4. Somebody was asking.
This is going to be attrition, folks.
It is. It's time for NA Ram. Just everybody mid.
Well, the Hecarim has already gotten cut out twice, so I don't want to see any more of that. How do we get a good engage? I think it's still Rek'Sai, Scion, Chaos on the back end of the city.
So right now, Squirtle Squad sees a Scion top lane. I think you just gotta
with Baron though, right? You can't ignore that.
No, but that tells you that you've got a 5v4 somewhere else.
You have to assume that he has teleport. Uh-oh. Death push. Auga! Vel'Koz, no! Good instincts, buddy. After 35 minutes, you should not be alone, and you certainly shouldn't be contesting vision alone. You're just running it down mid.
All right, they can collapse 5v4. We'll look for the teleport from Scion.
Ghost.
Here comes the flank from Hecarim. He manages to get the ult through the Nami ult. Ziggy gets caught out for the first time. Vel'Koz ult does a lot of damage, but Rek'Sai's tearing apart Rumble on the backside. Scion gets the big axe onto Rumble.
1,000 gold shutdown.
Ultimate Ace kills Nami.
Mechanics.
Also knocks off the Rek'Sai GA.
Give him the net. Oh, bouncing.
That was the Q, actually. It was Boomerang Blade that picked that up. But the Scion knockup certainly didn't hurt.
It did hurt.
which leaves Vel'Koz alive. And minions doing work on the top side.
What?
I don't understand that particular decision. But
they're like Tyrannosaurus Rex. If they don't move, they can't see me.
Scion's vision is
turn around
based.
If you wanted to, you can burn a spell shield with one proc of your W. Still no inhibitors though. This is just establishing dominance on the Rift. Chasing the Vel'Koz.
T-posing from Paid by Steve.
Yes.
And
how much health can a Scion get?
Dude, yeah. Well, and he's got Grasp of the Undying too. I think the only way he gets more health is if he had taken Smite and built a Cinder Hulk. But I mean,
he's at 5240.
And that Warmogs means that it comes back awful fast.
Not even full build. If he goes Stoneplate after this Righteous Glory, he'll have like 12k health. Oh, if Rumble steals that dragon, I'm pretty sure I uninstall. At 50 minutes.
Well, fortunately for you, your league install is safe because Dragon went over to Paid by Steve. Baron not up yet for a little while.
8.8, 800, 700 gold difference now.
Well, at least the game is
so
evenly
close.
matched.
This whole game. Riot matchmaking should take a note or two from casual EAL.
So, it's interesting because the beginning of the game was so conservative and measured. And then we've gone full collapsed circus tent.
In the best way, though. Great place from both sides to just hang on, fighting tooth and nail for this game one.
Well, this is a game in 3 acts. Like, I mean,
laning phases. These types of games, like laning phase, is a different game. It's just so far removed from the state of the game. Everybody's full build. Doesn't matter what happened. We're here and we're ready to party. Baron's up.
So
Let's see what happens.
I think.
Scion presses his R button.
Yep. There's the
Catches.
engage. Oof.
Oh no.
And that was
There's
just the
two
scatter, and then
there.
the Cinder ult cleans up Vel'Koz.
Rumble,
Protobelt
rumble.
gets Rumble out. He has to flash
Whoop!
that. Oh, I
Nami
think.
with the double kill.
And
Hecarim. Stopwatch? Yikes. Triple kill? Oh, KS from the ADC.
yes, from the...
And I think
I think
that's
that could be
with
it.
the death timers.
So really, the
Scion says, I'm bored. I'm tanking this.
I think the play of the game at this point was the early game pause that let the top laner prep his bladder for this freaking marathon.
I know. 50 minutes, he would have popped by now. Speaking of popped, Caitlyn finally falls, and tower after tower. What a fantastic first foray into this series from both sides. Fun to watch. Great game.
Meanwhile, Ziggy ducks out to go
Ziggy rage quits.
take
Nice.
care of his issues. Let's see.
Holy moly.
All right, so damage graphs. Advanced details, graphs. Fair play to Rumble. That is 70,000 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. Oh. So, do we ban the Rumble?
Oh God, I hope so.
I feel like you have to. At the very least, if nothing but out of respect. Even if you have an answer to it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
17-5. That's como se dice popping off.
Yeah, no, it's God, that was something else. Let's go ahead and find. You wanted to see the CC score for. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm still on like I had second to decompress. I haven't looked at the advanced stats yet.
Hey, Rek'Sai with a 18 points of critical strike damage that game. Crucial. Let's see. Crowd control score. Ziggy had a crowd control score of 56, which was actually second to Scion with at 72.
Howdy. Scion has some good ults, especially the one that most immediately comes to mind is the last one, but some good placement. What a crazy game.
All right, so I think what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead into intermission, let our players decompress for a little bit, get the next next lobby
that's a
set
mind
up.
melter.
I'm going to need to go smoke a cigarette, and we will be back momentarily.
Deal. I'm gonna get some water.